Hey lovely viewers, welcome to my 2S gossip channel. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Sister Wives stars ChristineBrown and Janelle Brown have grown closer since divorcing their polygamist husband, and their unique relationship continues to blossom. 52-year-old Christine and 55-year-old Janelle were both married to polygamist patriarch Kody Brown for many years. Janelle was the second woman that Kody married, and Christine was his third wife. When the series premiered in 2010, the Browns were one big happy family. They even lived in one large house in Utah, where each woman oversaw her own separate wing of the house. Things have changed dramatically for the Browns since then. When all was said and done, Kody had 4 wives and 18 children, so there was always a lot going on. By the time Sister Wives Season 19 premiered, the once cohesive Browns were utterly divided. 3 of Kody's 4 wives had left him, and he wasn't on speaking terms with many of his older children. Despite the family's division, Christine and Janelle have never been closer. Despite the many miles separating them, the two women have formed a bond like no other. The women recently vacationed together, and Christine posted a loving tribute to Janelle's late son. Janelle and Christine's closeness is especially ironic because the two women didn't seem to be very close at all while they were married to the same man. Some of that is due to the fact that the Sister Wives Season 19 stars have very different personalities. Christine is emotional, while Janelle is rational. Christine is a romantic, while Janelle's feet are planted firmly on the ground. Christine was Kody's most jealous wife, while Janelle was the least jealous. In fact, Janelle liked the fact that Kody wasn't around every night, while Christine felt neglected. Another reason the women weren't close while they were both married to Kody was because they lived very different lifestyles. Janelle was one of the family's main breadwinners. She was away working most days. Christine was the family's stay-at-home mom. She helped raise most of the Brown children while the rest of the adults were working. With so many mouths to feed, it took a lot of work to financially support the massive family. On top of their very different personalities keeping them from connecting, Christine and Janelle simply didn't spend much time together. Christine was the first of Kody's wives to leave the marriage. She left him in 2021, after 27 years of marriage and 6 children together. Her bravery opened Pandora's box. Janelle followed her out the door in 2022, after 29 years of marriage and 6 children together. That same year, 53-year-old Meri Brown, Kody's first wife, left him too. They'd been married for 30 years and had 1 child together. Since they were the first to leave, Janelle and Christine leaned on each other, which brought them closer together. Christine moved to Utah with her new husband, Devid, while Christine headed to North Carolina to be near her grandchildren. After leaving Kody, Janelle and Christine would spend holidays together, with all their children. Though the Sister Wives Season 19 stars now live far away from each other, they've stayed connected. Christine moved to Utah with her new husband, Devid, while Christine headed to North Carolina to be near her grandchildren. Still, when Janelle lost her son, 25-year-old Garrison Brown, Christine was there for her. The two women have a deep bond that can't be shaken by distance or time. On March 5, 2024, the Brown family and the reality television universe were rocked by the untimely death of 25-year-old Garrison. Christine was there for Janelle throughout the loss. Christine helped raise Garrison from the day he was born, so he was like a son to her. When he died, Janelle and Christine were already estranged from the rest of the family, so it was important that they had each other. On the sad anniversary of Garrison's tragic death, Christine posted a loving tribute to Instagram. "My heart aches without him, and every photo, video, memory, joke, story with him in it is infinitely more precious than ever." The post included several photos of Garrison, including one of him posing with Christine's new husband, Devid, on their wedding day. There's also a sweet photo of him helping Christine's youngest daughter, Truely Brown, plant a garden. "I found a video of Garrison helping me move and watched it so many times. My heart aches without him, and every photo, video, memory, joke, story with him in it is infinitely more precious than ever," reads Christine's caption. "Gosh, I miss him." Sister Wives fans were worried about the status of Janelle and Christine's relationship, but the two women recently went on a cruise together. Christine recently shared a carousel of photos on Instagram, and many familiar faces were there, including Christine's husband, Devid, and her daughter, Mykelti Paedon. Christine's caption reads, in part, I loved finally seeing Janelle Brown 117 again. Still my sister wife forever. It's clear that no matter what happens in their lives, Christine and Janelle will always share an unshakable bond, and that may bother Kody. Christine Brown appears to have a very close relationship with all of her 6 children. So close. In fact, she defied Kody's pandemic rules for them. A few of her kids lived in different states, so she told her husband she was not staying stagnant in Flagstaff. Openly, she would have to travel, and that is what she did, but followed the CDC guidelines all the same. One of her most verbal children has been her son, Paedon. He has been exposing his father as well as his dad's 4th wife Robyn. Now it appears Paedon may be no angel in a resurfaced Sister Wives clip. Christine Brown defends her family. The one thing about Christine and Janelle is they have a strong allegiance to their children. Kody wanted some of the older kids thrown out of their mothers' homes during the pandemic. He believed they were a danger to the extended family, but they said no. Janelle wanted to ensure her 2 sons felt safe and could continue to live their best productive lives. This caused a lot of conflict and cursing. As for Christine, she had Kody trying to convince her to postpone Ysabel's much-needed scoliosis surgery. She refused as she knew her daughter was desperate for relief. Kody claimed she just wanted to take her for the procedure as an excuse for a vacation. He later took back this accusation. She also refused to completely adhere to his overly strict rules because she wanted to be able to be there for her pregnant daughter, Mykelti. The pregnancy was announced via video chat during the pandemic. A plural family was supposed to be able to lean on one another in times of crisis, but they were so broken, this would not happen. Furthermore, the addition of an outside nanny to Robyn's home shook Christine when her own kids could not even come by. She noted her 3 daughters at home had all but lost respect for their father when they saw the favoritism he was showing. After Christine chose to leave the marriage, Paedon had no problem speaking up and out. Christine was trying to explain and emphasize to her daughter she could not leave her at home with Paedon. Kody could not understand why she would say it would not be fun. Robyn was staying behind with her kids but appeared too busy to have Gwen around. Ultimately, Gwen stayed with Robyn, but the big question was why couldn't she stay with her own brother? Plus, why did Christine have to tell her daughter the trip to support her other brother was going to be so bad? I feel like this family doesn't know how disturbing it is that 2 siblings can't be left alone together. That's a major red flag and parenting fail, and they're acting like it's nothing, one Redditor commented. This may have been when Paedon slapped his sister and why they could not have been alone together, but the timetable is unknown. Either way, does this change your view of Christine knowing she let her kids get so aggressive? Sister Wives star Meri Brown had all eyes on her this week as she introduced her new man to the fans of her TLC series. That's Amos Andrews, who she's been dating since October. Now it looks like Meri's 55-year-old love interest has much more in common than she first disclosed. Sister Wives. Did Meri Brown prepare new beau for fishbowl life? While Meri Brown pointed out who Amos isn't, she left out a few details of the picture of who he is. Meri's made fans aware that Amos Andrews is not a pilot. Her introduction also included that he's not a 6'6" guy. But they had a lot in common. Well, it seems Meri and her new boyfriend have much more in common than their infatuation with the Christmas holiday and their love of laughter. So far, that's all she's offered for common ground between the two. But now it looks as if Meri came in short on details about her new man in her original post. Hopefully, Meri prepared her new love interest, Amos, for what was about to happen as soon as his smiling face hit social media. Still, he probably had some inkling that dating Meri would be different from dating the average woman. Amos jumped into the Sister Wives fishbowl once Meri introduced him. Now, the details of his life become of interest to the fans, and he shows up in the headlines today. So, who is Amos Andrews, Meri Brown's new man? Numbers add up for Meri and Amos. A new report about Meri Brown's new love interest shows some odd things in common between the two. They seem to share a connection when it comes to numbers. When it comes to spouses, just like Meri's shared husband, Kody Brown, Amos had 4 wives. Yes, but there's one difference between Kody's quartet of women and Amos Andrews' 4 brides. Kody had 4 wives all at once. Amos didn't marry his 4 brides until he divorced the previous wife. So while Kody had 4 women as wives all at the same time, it looks like Amos did a lot of marrying and divorcing. Coincidentally, one of his wives had the same first name as one of Kody's wives, Christine. Just like ChristineBrown. Sister wives, dredging up the past. So, Amos Andrews finds himself tossed into the sister wives fishbowl today. But the stuff coming out about him isn't exactly shining examples of life's milestones. So, he's been married 4 times, which is no great shakes to many fans. It was like an indoctrination for the poor guy. Jen read him a disclaimer before he could say a word. She warned that everything he says or does will likely end up online, or in the tabloids, like it has for all the sister wives. He also learned that dating Meri drags him into the spotlight because of the Sister Wives show. And that things can turn out distorted, and rumors often start. Anyway, Amos, who describes himself as a private guy, was ready to roll. And roll he did, even when things got confusing for him. You have to check out what Meri and Jen did to Amos at one point during this interview. Sister Wives fans got that Meri seemed to throw a jab at Robyn Brown in a big way. You can read about that here on Soap Dirt. He looked a bit perplexed as several private jokes between Meri Brown and Jen Sullivan played out. Then they got into what's been in the headlines recently about Meri's new guy. The floodgates open for Meri's new man. A recent report surfaced online with headlines saying that Amos was married 4 times. It also said that he filed for bankruptcy. But if that is all they can dig up on him, he's one lucky guy. But when Jen questioned him about how many times he was married, it wasn't 4. Amos said 3 times, so apparently that report was wrong. But the Sister Wives family knows all about this stuff, and Meri seemed to laugh it off. When she asked Amos about the bankruptcy, well, that was 25 years ago. A lot of folks in this world have had multiple spouses, so this is far from rare. Look at Liz Taylor, she married 8 times to 7 different men. There was also a point in his life that sounded like Amos had some financial difficulties. That can be said about millions of Americans every day. But the new report alleges he claimed bankruptcy back in 2000. Well, that's 25 years ago. So, Amos is just one of millions who found themselves in that unsettling place with their finances. That said, he has that in common with Meri Brown as well. According to a report last year, there's only one spouse from the Sister Wives clan who has not filed for bankruptcy. Janelle Brown filed in 1997 and Christine Brown filed in 2010. But because Meri was legally married to Kody Brown, they filed bankruptcy as a couple back in 2005. So, that leaves Robyn Brown, who never filed for bankruptcy, according to this report. Where's the shining armor for Meri's knight? If Meri Brown prepared her new boyfriend for life inside the Sister Wives fishbowl, she likely warned him this was coming. It's the darkest times in his life that will likely find their way to the public. ChristineBrown recently married Devid Woolley. He seemed to live a pretty normal life up until the time he met Christine. So, nothing condemning surface for him. As of now, it seems as if Amos is like millions of others out there with divorces and bankrupt filing in tow. So, you can't say any dirt came to the surface for Meri's new guy. With that said, even if Meri's new guy had some upstanding event or accomplishment in his history, it likely gets put on the back burner. Critics of this TLC series seem to look for the juicier stuff, but all they shared so far is Amos Andrews' history with 4 wives and a long-ago bankruptcy. Maybe in the 1950s, 4 marriages would drop jaws, but not today. Sister Wives star Robyn Brown is not doing herself or Kody Brown any favors these days when she seems to take control of her now monogamous husband. Fans see this happening both on and off the TLC series. Kody is fresh off the polygamy wagon, so some fans see him as a man who does not know how to navigate as he goes forward. Now it appears that he looks to Robyn for guidance, but many fans think this works against him. Sister wives, sticking up for Kody Brown, that's a switch. You'd be hard-pressed to find a fan to side with Kody Brown against anyone of his past wives. But that doesn't seem to be the case when it comes to his present wife, Robyn Brown. During the last half of Sister Wives Season 18, including the wedding special, fans saw a huge shift for Kody. When he's with Robyn, he appears to turn to her for approval after talking to the camera. Then viewers noted that it looked as if watched her face for signs of disapproval as he talked into the Sister Wives camera. And that sign emerged on Robyn. She looked very disgruntled a couple of times at the words forming in her husband's mouth. Fans describe Robyn as controlling after watching her getting a bit forceful during the last couple of Sister Wives episodes. She even became physically aggressive while trying to get her husband to shut up. She put her hands over his mouth in one incident. Another time, she smashed her lips into his to stop him mid-sentence. Fans chimed in to say that Robyn needed to stop putting her hands on him while trying to control him. Despite the viewers' disdain for Kody over his treatment of his 3 original wives, some fans started to stick up for him. But only because of the way Robyn Brown pulls his strings. Still, many more fans think he is getting what he deserves. Kody lost his way. Now Robyn Brown guides him. Looking back, you can see the important roles that Meri Brown, Janelle Brown, and Christine Brown played in Kody Brown's life. Janelle grounded him. She and Kody pretty much ran the financial business for the family. Christine barked about being slighted because he didn't spend a fair amount of time with her. But her anger over this seemed to serve a major purpose for all the wives. She gave him a push. It kept him in check and on the go, moving from one wife's house to the next. While Robyn boasts that she speaks Kody, many fans see Meri Brown as the one who understood him the best. Despite him denying this, Meri seemed to understand the reasons behind a lot of his controversial behavior. So, Kody lost a good deal of his compass. He may have claimed to be the leader of the pack, but there was a lot of influence from his 3 ex-wives. Now that the 3 wives, who acted somewhat like a compass for their shared husband, are gone, things seem to change drastically. Or, as some might say, it's all in Robyn Brown's hands now. Sister Wives. Robyn Brown humiliates her husband. Ever since Sister Wives aired the wedding special, fans have raked Robyn Brown over the coals. The boohooing faded, and she suddenly became more assertive on camera. Viewers have commented on how they see Robyn in control now that the other 3 wives have left the polygamous nest. Fans suggest that with the other 3 wives gone, Robyn humiliates Kody with her controlling antics. But they also think that he doesn't realize this. That Sister Wives scene, the one where Robyn covers his mouth, got some fans raging mad. But others suggested if the other women were still his wives, then Robyn would likely experience friction coming from her co-wives. Kody Brown had 3 cheerleaders in his corner for a very long time. That started to fade around the time he became that guy spouting off disparaging remarks about his 3 original wives on camera. Cheerleaders all gone. All 3 women saw Kody as a good husband and a great father when Sister Wives first came to the screen. That theme carried on for many seasons. But his antics in the last few seasons did him in. Sister Wives fans know how that turned out. Kody Brown found himself with only 1 wife left. But now the fans see Robyn treating him in a way they never thought he'd allow himself to be treated. Again, many fans think he deserves this. But there are some fans of this TLC series who think Robyn Brown's treatment of Kody Brown is humiliating for this father of 18. And they've gone to bat for him on social media today. Sister Wives star Kody Brown sounds rather humble in his latest real-time interview, but that's only until you realize what this TLC celebrity is trying to get across. Kody talks about love and forgiveness, but then there's a twist. Sister Wives. Kody Brown in humble new beginning. Kody Brown sounds like a man who sees the error of his ways today. So, now it appears he's willing to go after the forgiveness of those he wronged. Well, you can't fault him for that. After all, it's a step in the right direction. From where the fans sit, he wronged many of his sister wives' family members over the last few seasons. So, At first, you might want to give him some credit for working on forgiveness. But is that what he's doing? Kody said some gnarly things about his wives, as well as his adult kids, over the last few Sister Wives seasons. Many tears were shed as Kody Brown said some awful things about his 3 original wives, who have since left him. But in this new interview, it sounds like he might have turned a new leaf. Or at least, at first, it sounds this way. Kody and his kids. Perhaps the worst scenes to air were the ones that captured the sadness of the Sister Wives kids. A few of them felt very let down by Kody Brown. Fans were furious as his daughter, Ysabel Brown, shed tears when her father didn't show up for her surgery. Viewers went into a rage after a grown son's tearful breakdown. These scenes were caught on camera, so there's not much debate as to why the kids became so upset. His son wept over what he perceived as his father's lack of caring after forgetting his birthday. But Gabriel Brown's meltdown was likely due to the many things accumulating at the time. Not just his birthday. The treatment of his children, combined with what he's said about his wives, was horrendous at times. So, this sure gives him a reason to want forgiveness for what he did. But then the Sister Wives patriarch comes out with a sentence that seems to suggest something different. Sister Wives, Kody wants to forgive himself. In this latest interview, Kody also shares how his confidence is coming back. Then he goes on to suggest that he's looking for a lot more understanding from the family. The Sister Wives patriarch describes losing his confidence after going through 3 divorces. Now Kody Brown looks forward to getting that back and moving forward. But when it comes to forgiveness, it doesn't sound like he's asking for it after his rather awful behavior. No, instead, he is looking for a way that he can forgive himself for being angry over what his wives said about him. Kody says that he's trying to find forgiveness for himself for being angry about what has happened. His goal, I want to forgive myself for that and move on. That said, it looks like this humble-sounding Kody still can't wrap his head around what happened within his marriages. But more importantly, he doesn't seem to see who owns the blame for this. No apologies in the cards. It seems some of Kody Brown's next words sum it up nicely. He said he's looking forward to just healing in time and getting to a point where you feel forgiveness towards somebody who's just said bad things about you. So, there you have it. Kody is working on finding forgiveness in his heart for the wives who said bad things about him. He's not offering forgiveness for the bad things he said about them. This didn't turn out like it first sounded. When he opened this interview, it looked like the Sister Wives' husband was seeing things more clearly today. But as he keeps going, it seems like he's looking at finding forgiveness within himself so he can forgive the women he thinks wronged him. So, humble sounding or not, it looks like this Sister Wives father of 18 barks up the wrong tree for fans. Sister Wives fans see this as Kody Brown still not getting it. Some fans of the TLC series suggest that this once husband of 4 still doesn't have a clue that his behavior caused the demise of his polygamous marriage. So, it sounds like there are no apologies in the wings for his family members. It looks like his goal is just to forgive himself for getting mad about the bad things that were said about him. Thanks for watching this video. What do you think about this video? Told on comment box and subscribe our channel.